ho ho ho. Respectfully, Merry Christmas. I would apologize for the way this video looks, but I think genuinely if you could see the setup that I'm working with, you'd apologize to me for like what I was putting myself through. Like, you'd feel bad. You'd probably put me in grippy socks. Like, it does not look good back behind the camera. But me, on the other hand, no, I'm kidding. Okay. So I wanted to do something fun for like the Christmas holiday period because I was like, I want to talk about some drab topic when we're supposed to be having the time of our lives. Like, that's the whole point. 'Tis the season. They say it's the most wonderful time of the year. I'm not seeing it, but I'll play the game, you know. So today we're doing the polar opposite of what I normally do. You know, like really long, deep dive, heavily researched videos. No, we're genuinely just gonna yap today. Like, I have a bunch, I can't believe I've done this. I have a bunch of references to like pop culture events from 2025 just sitting in front of me, and we're gonna rank them. This is gonna be comprised of genuinely my memory of these events, just friend to friend, you know. And also friend to friend. Listen, Canva told me these were all the same size. I believed her. I don't know if I should have believed her or if this was like maybe a printer issue, but I'm sure you understand that I try actively to avoid spending time with my printer. Like, the less time I can spend with her, the better. I spent about 10 minutes with her today and she almost brought me to tears. So we're not revisiting, okay? I'm just gonna need you to, I don't know, maybe close your eyes if this bothers you. They're all like this. But for the most part, I'm gonna go based on memory. I will put up snippets of the events that we're talking about. I feel like this will be nice to just relive a little bit of like, a bit of a reflection, if you will. And to be clear, I wanted to keep this really lighthearted, so I didn't want to rank relationships or deaths, partially also because that just feels weird. Like, these are not things to be ranked. But also, I haven't included anything political or criminal. We're just trying to have a good time here. It's just trends and moments that we're going to be thinking about. Nothing heartbreaking. You know, I want you to have a good holiday. Now, I want to specifically pick out our first one because it's something I feel very passionately about. Let me just see if I can find it in here. There it is. I found it. Our first viral phenomenon that we're going to be ranking of 2025 is, of course, Boy Throb.
We're gonna win a Grammy.
We're the world's next biggest boy band.
Allow us to introduce ourselves.
Evan.
Zach. Anthony.
I'm Darshan. I'm stuck in India.
We each just flew from around the country to rent a house in Hollywood.
And we're so excited to be the new heartthrobs in town.
But we feel incomplete without Darshan.
Our immigration lawyer told us we need 1 million followers in order for Darshan to be given a visa
so he can sing and dance with us on US soil.
We'd really love to meet him. Will you help bring him to America by following us?
And while you're here, we also need your help deciding our band roles.
Which one of us is the heartthrob?
The drama.
The smart one.
The sweet one.
And I'll give you like a 3, 2, 1 count. Just take a guess as to where I'm gonna put Boy Throb on this. Oh, at tiers. I'm so sorry. How could you guess if you don't even know what you're guessing? Okay, so at top tier, like the most iconic best moments, we've got she's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. So these are the pop culture moments that I feel strongly about. I'm like, this could not have been better. Moving on, here for this behavior. So that's like, was that iconic? Yeah. But do I support it wholeheartedly? Absolutely. You know what I mean? Like, whatever you're doing, keep doing it, goes here. Then we have I Hope You're Hungry for Nothing. This is the nothing burgers of the year. This is the stuff that a bunch of people spoke about that left me scratching my head and wondering if I was maybe missing something, you know, like, was it that interesting? Not to me. Then next we have That's Not Very Mindful or Demure. So these are the events that, like, maybe they were entertaining. Sure, they could have been entertaining, but like, was it appropriate? No. Behave yourself. That's what goes here. And then finally, our last tier is the dreaded Stop It tier. Stop it. You know, it's like, okay, you've had your moment. You shouldn't have. Go away, you know? Okay, so with that said, let me just blue tack up my boys here. I'll give you your 3, 2, 1 guess. Where does Boy Throb go? Come on, Throb Mob. Place your votes. If you said I'm here for this behavior, what were you thinking? Obviously, she's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Like, do you even know anything about Boy Throb? They belong up there, all right? This is the most bizarre thing I've ever done. I can't believe it. And I was stressed to get this out too. I was like, I need to film before Christmas. This is what I'm filming. Okay, next up, we have the Minecraft movie, or specifically the whole chicken jockey thing where everyone would throw their popcorn.
Oh, there's water everywhere.
Today's presentation of a Minecraft movie. Please, no throwing popcorn, and also no lapis lazuli, and also absolutely no chicken jockeys. No! Oh, yeah! I am Steve.
Like I said, I haven't researched for the. Listen, okay, my take. Loved the movie. And ironically, I'm sorry, I did laugh out loud. And yes, I am a fully grown adult, but I don't get the popcorn thing. Like, was the movie not funny enough? Did we have to throw the popcorn? And what was funny about that? Think of the poor workers. I'd burst into tears. Listen, they just want to do their jobs and go home, okay? They don't want to clean up your mess. It feels like I'm talking to a bunch of children, probably because I am, but like, there were fully grown people doing this. But like, popcorn is for eating, not throwing. Keep it in your buckets, alright? So with that said, this is going in the that's not very mindful or demure tier. Because like, I did enjoy the Minecraft movie, especially the end. What's her name? Malgosha, where she's like, oh, no, I'm not gonna stab you. Hooyah. No, I'm not gonna stab. Hooyah. I'll play it. That wasn't a very good rant. I mean, I enjoyed it. I get the hype, but at least pick up after yourselves if you're gonna do that. Like, my God. Oh yes, of course. Next we have, darling, hold my hand. Finish the sentence. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday, yeah.
Darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, darling, hold my hand. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person.
Darling, hold my hand.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday.
Yes, I love Jet2. Darling, hold my hand.
I don't know.
Jet2 advert, surely? Nothing beats a
Jet2 holiday.
Oh, we can do that. You know the TikTok thing where it's like, I'll sing one part, you sing the other part. Ready? Darling, hold my hand. And right now you can save. That's for a family of 4. Sorry, I only did the parts I could remember, so I hope you filled in the rest. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't get it. Like, I understand the trend is like, nothing beats a Jet2 holiday, like, go have the time of your life, relax, have a vacay. And that paired with like the realities of life, yeah, it's kind of funny, I get it. But I don't like get it, like it went so big. Is it just because it was catchy? What worked about it? Genuine question, like I could make a whole video about this because I'd love to know why. It was fine. Like it was a harmless trend and I got some enjoyment out of it. I'm gonna put that in the here for this behavior tier because a little darling hold my hand never hurt nobody. Yes, the aura farming kid. You know, I really missed this. I really missed this happening. I don't understand what aura farming is. Has it got something to do with Fortnite? Do I sound like an 80-year-old? I'm really sorry. I hear people talking about it and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. But this kid in general, I think he went viral because he just radiated confidence. And I'm not gonna dock the kid for that. This kid's like 11. Look at him, what a boss. Never in my 23 years of life have I done anything quite like that. So this is a here for this behavior. Like, I don't get it, but this is not nothing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but it's something. I'm doing like a lucky dip every time. I'm so nervous. I'm gonna pull something out and be like, what am I looking at? Oh, well, I know what I'm looking at here. Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance? Say Drake.
Say Drake. I hate you like I'm young.
Yeah, this is iconic. I think we all know where this belongs. Of course, I did not watch this live, but Kendrick Lamar, when I did watch it, had me captivated the entire performance. Like, I could feel his presence from my bedroom. And so I do believe she's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. She does look a little short. This is like the opposite of beheading. Kendrick Lamar got beefeated by my printer. But it's okay. You can still see the power in his stance. So, oh, I forgot this happened. Betty Davis eyes. Do we remember?
Just what it takes to make a problem.
Listen, JoJo Siwa, she's had a wild time for the past, well, her whole life has been a roller coaster. Me personally, I kind of don't care. Like, she was little when she first found herself in the spotlight. She's growing up in the spotlight. She's doing real messy shit because she's growing up. To be honest, this has probably got to be the first I Hope You're Hungry for Nothing for me. Because I know this went super viral and it was like, oh my god, you know, she's really not. She's not hitting, she's not slaying. She did not slay Betty Davis eyes. I know that was the whole commentary, but like, I kind of don't care. Think if she was like a normal person, how much attention would that have gotten her? 0, zilch, nada. Like 5 views on TikTok, maybe. So let's forget about that. I know I will. I already did, to be honest. 50 states in 50 days.
Good morning, sleepyheads. Wake up, everybody, wake up. Here we go. It is indeed day 27 of visiting all 50 states in 50 days. We are currently in the coolest treehouse in New York. We have no Wi-Fi, no cell service. I know, but it is beautiful here. We made it here via the split. That's right. Haley and I split up yesterday, and somehow I found my way to this treehouse, thanks to Brianna and Mike. But today we are going to a new state and a new Airbnb that I'm very excited for. I'm actually really excited about it. So let's get ready for the day. Morning routine.
This was, it was life-stopping. Like, our lives revolved around this for 50 days. Every single morning, my partner would turn it on before work, and I would sit my little booty down, and I'd watch it with him, because I was enthralled. This is such an awesome thing that Ryan and Hayley did. And such a testament to their star power, too. The fact that they were able to captivate an audience for so long, and also have such a prosperous, what did they raise, like $11 million or something insane? And thank you to Staple Games for donating $800,000 so that I could hear about your existence, because I do regularly play that matching game that they made, if you recall. I think this obviously belongs in She's an Icon, She's a Legend, and She is the Moment. I don't know if we're ever going to experience something on that level ever again. Like, this was magical. Oh no, sorry. Well, that was sure, but like, this was magical. The fact that we were around for that feels like my life was worthwhile, the fact that I got to see that. I am being slightly dramatic, but like, it did give me a reason to live. Anyway, nah. Oh, lately I've really been doing, you know, when you have something in your hand, you put it down, then you go to pick it up again and it's gone, and you're like, I just had it. I'm having that moment. And I have been frequently having this moment, and you'd think it would encourage me to pay more attention, but no. I'll even tell myself sometimes, I've put this down here, and then I go to find it and I'm like, where did I say I put that again? Like, where have I put the blue tag? This is imperative for the continuation of this video. Great news, I found it. I solved the problem that I created. Okay. Actually, on the subject of Ryan and Hayley's 50 states in 50 days, it actually felt quite nostalgic for my partner and I, because we did a very similar thing when we went around the South Island of New Zealand, but we didn't do it for charity. We just did it because we were the charity case. We didn't have enough money to really take our time, so we were just gunning it around the island. It was fun. It was worth it. We were watching after that. God, this was so funny. I think his name is Doug. He's a streamer. And we were watching this video, me and my partner, and he said he visited New Zealand, but he actually just went to Auckland, which is like, I don't know, it is New Zealand, but like, it's not the whole of New Zealand. You're missing a lot if you just go to Auckland, but I understand only going to one place. But what was so funny was that he spoke about the fact that he didn't want to visit the South Island, because I think he thought we lived like cavemen down here. Like, he was saying he liked luxuries, like, I can't remember exactly. It was something like, oh, you know, hotels, I don't love camping.
So, I didn't know this. New Zealand has 2 islands. I mean, I knew this conceptually, but I didn't really know anything about, you know, New Zealand much. So, there's 2 islands, and we were there about a week, and we had to decide which one to go to. So, of the 2 big rock pieces, the north one is more, I don't know what the word is, developed? Civilized? Civilized is not really the right word, but it has Auckland, which is like by far the biggest city in New Zealand. So this is like, you know, an actual sort of proper city and everything. That's kind of the only one in New Zealand. There's also Wellington, which is the capital, but it's a lot smaller. And then the South Island has towns and stuff, but they're not that big. And so, essentially, the really simple version is that the North Island is more like where people live, and then the South Island is more of like nice nature and whatnot. The South Island has like really crazy glaciers and like this thing called the Milford Sound, which is this crazy waterfall mountain thing, and all these different hikes and stuff you can do. And so this is a little more nature-y type of vibe. And so I think a lot of people, when they talk about like the really crazy nature in New Zealand, is often the South Island. The North Island has a lot of crazy stuff too, but it's not as like dense. Throw it to the worst of the islands. Yeah, so look, here's the thing. As I learned more about it, everybody was basically like, you gotta go to the South Island. You gotta go to the South Island. It's so sick. The South Island has this and this and this. It's amazing. However, I'm kind of more interested in like being able to stay at nicer places and have like modern comforts and stuff, and not going on like a 4 or 5 day hike. Like, don't get me wrong, that's not just because I'm a total coward. It's also because I've done a lot of that in my life. Like, I've like grown up in California, where there's Yosemite and Lake Tahoe, and I've like hiked around, you know, Oregon and Washington, and like I spent 2 weeks hiking to Mount Everest. And so like I've done a lot of nature stuff. And at this point in my life, I'm more interested in seeing cities and like modern places and like staying in a nice hotel, for example. And that is also in part because of my sleeping issues. I sleep a lot better in a hotel rather than like at a camping site or something. So that is like a fairly big factor. But yeah, you can go like a coward, and that's probably deserved. But I was like, you know what? I don't really want to go on like a 5 day hike where it's like just, you know, camping and being out in nature for like 6 straight days.
I was like, does he think we live in dirt huts? We just have more nature here. Like, you don't have to go camping. My partner and I tried when we went around the South Island, but oh, we got so frustrated. I don't know, I guess take this as your PSA that the South Island of New Zealand isn't just like mud and rocks and people wearing little like deerskin skirts. It might be worth a visit if you like nature. Anyway, I'm holding Italian brain rot.
Trallallero trallallà, tung 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 sahur. Bombardiro crocodilo, la vacca Saturno Saturnita, brr brr patapim, lirili larila, ballerina cappuccina, oi oi oi, oh burrito bondito, trippi troppi, troppa trippa, burr baloni lulilolli, capibarello cocossini.
This one's tough for me, and I say that because if I was just going from my perspective alone, oh, stop it. Like, it just scares me a little bit, the fact that we're normalizing turning our brains to mush in society, and it's just like a casual thing. Like, I feel like we're getting a bit too comfortable. But I have seen my partner and his sister have so much fun with this. So much fun. They just love, they'll bust out like a tun 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 sahur every now and again, a ballerina cappuccino, and it just brings them joy, okay? So, because of the way I've seen Italian brain rot bond people, especially siblings who should not get along that well, I'm only going to put this and I hope you're hungry for nothing, because the whole point kind of is that it's pointless. Like, there is no point, it is just nothing. So I think that's an appropriate place for it, but correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if my personality is strong enough to drive a video anymore. Like, I used to be so confident I'd sit down without a script and I just bust it out. But now I'm like, I fear that I am boring. Who recognizes this face? If you said yes I do, you are chronically online. I have to break it to you, but it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing that maybe we need to work through. New Year's resolutions. Anyway, this is Kendra. She made a whole very, very long series about how she was in love with her psychiatrist and he kept her as a patient anyway. And I don't know, it was so messy. Like I said, I will include examples of the things that I'm talking about, but I'm just trying to like condense it into a couple of words and it's hard. You kind of need the whole picture. Like, I've watched very long videos about this in the background and I'm impressed by how much there is to say about this. Like, she started talking to ChatGPT, was it? And she called ChatGPT Henry, and Henry became her AI therapist, and we know how good AI is at that because it just validates everything you're thinking. I could be like, AI, I hate being ginger. I wish my hair was naturally green. And if I like pushed it enough, eventually it would just start gaslighting me. It would be like, Talia, your hair is naturally green. Talia, you're right that you don't want to be ginger, but that's because you're not, because your hair is naturally green. Anything to make you feel better, Talia. So this was a mess and a half.
Here's the quick summary of the viral 17-part series of The Woman in Love with Her Psychiatrist. So this woman claims she fell in love with her psychiatrist. He knew and he was encouraging her. She went to him for her ADHD and immediately noticed he was attractive. She would open up to him about personal issues, as you do when you go to therapy. She said he would make her laugh, remember her hobbies, and she loved the attention. She claims that over time she felt the boundaries between them started to blur. She started begging him for more sessions and admits she was obsessed. She claims he was often hot and cold, which made her want him more. Sometimes he'd share things about his personal life and other times he'd be clinical and cold. Her obsession was so bad that one day she got hit by a car and instead of going to hospital, she went to see him. She claims he would comment on her looks, and she says she's been wearing the exact glasses in her video that he once said he liked. She said one day she told him that her friend thought that they would end up together and that he just sat there in silence, but she took it as, well, you didn't disagree. When she got a boyfriend, she started talking to her therapist about the very intimate details of their life, and she says that in her opinion the therapist loved hearing about it. She says looking back it makes her sick. She feels he was getting enjoyment from hearing details about her intimate life. She says she then starts dating a new guy who is also a therapist, and she says her new boyfriend tells her that he is obsessed with one of his clients in a really creepy and sexual way. She brings this up to her psychiatrist during a session, and she claims she could tell by his facial expression that he felt the same way about her. Around this time he switches their sessions over from in-person to Zoom, but she finds out that he's been seeing his other clients in person, and she's convinced that it's because of all the sexual tension between them. Eventually she gets another in-person appointment with him, and she admits that she gets dressed up for it, puts makeup on, she wants to look her best. She says she runs up to him and hugs him, but that his reaction is very awkward. She admits at this point she was spiraling. She tells him at one point that she thinks they have a very special relationship. She says he became angry and snapped at her and said, this is a professional relationship. She then admits to her psychiatrist she's been talking to ChatGPT to try and work out why she has so many feelings for him, and she confesses to him that she had an inappropriate dream about him where they hooked up together in his office. She said that he looked very uncomfortable, but she still believes it was only because she can tell that it was his fantasy too. And that's where we're at so far, guys. The internet has a lot to say on this, but she's turned off her comments.
But it's concerning because, like, how do you deal with this, right, as a viewer? I'd say the best thing to do is ignore, because Kendra's probably not going to listen to anything we say, right? Because she's knee deep, forehead deep even, in her own little world about what played out here. But at least if we ignore her, it doesn't affect anyone else, like her psychiatrist. I would like to say, stop it. Please, please, please stop it. That would be a much simpler lyric for Sabrina Carpenter. If you'd ever like to hire me, do keep me in mind. Hyperpigmentation. Listen, she's been around for a while, but this had sort of like a resurgence.
I sat here and posed for like 10 minutes. And
it's just fun. Is that hyperpigmentation? Yes, it is. Oh, it's just brilliant. I love this video. It was the redemption arc of the artist that did it for me, where she started off so upset, like, oh, I've done a really bad job. And then things turned around. Like, no, you did a perfect job. This is exactly what I wanted. This is the best self-portrait I could have asked for. It looks just like me, you know? So this, like, I would say she's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. But I think that might be giving a meme a little bit too much credit. Like, the accolades would be really high if I did that. So I'm just going to say here for this behavior, because I am. Here we have a budding artist and a very supportive parent. I love it. Oh, good. Next we have that time where Jennifer Lawrence spoke about feeding Robert Pattinson food from the trash.
Rob is one of the girls. And so I was like, come over. He's like, do you have any food? And I'm like, yeah. And then he goes to the bathroom, and I do have food, but it's in the trash. So he eats it, and we're all just kind of like... And then when he was finished, he was like, I'm still hungry, is there more? And I'm like, well, there is, but it's in the garbage. And he was like, I don't mind. And then he was like, pulled it out of the trash and kept eating it.
Which would be appropriate to do for a guest if your guest was like a raccoon. I don't know about Robert Pattinson. I don't think I'd do that to him, but I probably wouldn't have him round at this house. I don't think what would I have to say to Robert Pattinson? Probably nothing. Now, I did see some discussion about that, because obviously, like, don't feed your friends food from the trash. I don't think I have to give that disclaimer, but like, just in case. You never know. But I did hear some discussion around the fact that perhaps, because Robert Pattinson, I have a whole video being cooked up about this, he lies a lot in interviews, and I think it's great. But people were theorizing maybe Jennifer Lawrence picked up a little bit of his Pinocchio-esque. I don't know what word I'm looking for to finish that sentence, but you know what I mean. Maybe she lied about this or embellished a little bit. I don't know what the truth is there. I don't know if Robert actually ate trash pizza. But either way, I mean, both lying and feeding your friends food out of the trash is not mindful or demure. Does that mean I don't support a little bit of lying in interviews? No, I think it can be quite fun, just from what I've researched. But I mean, I can't say I'm here for this behavior, because then I'd be supporting lying. Couldn't be me. I'm actually an angel. I don't know if you knew that. So that's where it will stay. Oh, good. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
This video caught two top executives of a software company allegedly having an affair after being spotted on a kiss cam during a Coldplay show in Boston on Wednesday. The clip of the pair quickly spread across social media platforms, and people were quick to identify the pair as tech company astronomer, chief executive Andy Byron, and the chief people officer Kristen Cabot. People then realized the pair were both married, but to other people. Byron's LinkedIn account, which has now been deleted, was flooded with comments from people making jokes about the incident. Following the fallout, Byron's wife allegedly removed his last name from her Facebook profile. According to a now deleted LinkedIn post, it appears as though Cabot only started at the company 7 months ago. Neither Byron, Cabot, nor the company have publicly responded to the incident.
On a list of moments that probably keep people up all night, unable to sleep because they keep replaying the humiliation and embarrassment of it, I think this would come first by a long way. This was, of course, the couple that got caught on the Coldplay kiss cam cheating. It's giving, like, less renowned Ned Fulmer. Like, we didn't know anything about this guy. We didn't have that wife guy betrayal where it's like, I thought you loved her. But this was still, like, it's like they took a masterclass in how to draw as much attention to yourself as possible, like how to be as memorable and as suspicious as humanly, physically possible. And if that's true and they did take a masterclass in that, then they executed the lessons perfectly, because wow, that was rough. And unfortunately, it like blew up their lives as well. Like their relationships in the gutter, their kids probably not very impressed, their jobs gone. I have to put this in that's not very mindful or demure, because it's not, but I don't think that stop it is appropriate, because like I think they needed what they got for this. Do you know what I mean? Like the retribution was deserved there. Just don't cheat. Just don't cheat. Ooh, a much happier moment. We have Madame Marble, flip it around, Wicked Witch.
Madame Marble, flip it around, Wicked Witch.
Actually, I think for Madame Marble, it just went from MM to WW, Wicked Witch. Madame Marble, flip it around, Wicked Witch.
Yeah, this is just absolutely brilliant. I can see the joy radiating off of her every single time she says it, and boy, she says it a lot, but like it's just as enjoyable for her, no matter how many times she says it. So I respect that. I saw someone describe this as like the theater kids version of 6'7", but I would argue that this actually has a meaning. This is poignant. In like 7 words, she explains the whole plot. No, I'm joking, but I'm absolutely here for this behavior. Like, this is fantastic banter. Keep it up, Michelle. We love it. And I'd much rather talk about that on the press tour than all the rest of the stuff that's been going around. Oh, this is kind of a personal one. 5 Seconds of Summer, they return. They've risen from their graves. I don't know where they've been, actually. I don't think they were in graves at all. I think they were just in like the USA somewhere, but they came out with Everyone's a Star. Completely new sound. Completely new style. I don't know what happened to those kids I used to know, but they're gone. They've been replaced by rock stars, real punk rock stars. So,
excuse me, 5 Seconds of Summer for $100. Can you name these 5 pop punk songs?
Might have to make this pretty hard.
Song number 1.
All the Small Things.
Next. 1 for 1.
You played the biggest pop punk song of all time.
We're gonna make it harder.
Way hard.
We're getting the second song. Where are you guys?
We're 5 Seconds of Summer. We're a band from Sydney, Australia. Just put out a new album called Everyone's a Star.
What is one song we should check out off of it?
I think the title track, Everyone's a Star, encapsulates the spirit of our band.
What's the spirit of your band?
I don't know.
I didn't think we'd get this far.
Stop asking me.
Like I say, this one's personal for me, maybe a little bit biased as someone who has been a stan since 2014. But yeah, she is an icon, she is a legend, and she is the moment. I just thought I'd tell you that. So, moving on, we've got Grow a Garden.
Grow a Garden. Can we just talk about Grow a Garden, please? I downloaded Roblox and started playing this Grow a Garden game with my 7-year-old because he's constantly talking about Grow a Garden, and I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about, mate. And I thought I need to bond with him over this. He really is into it. So I thought I'm gonna be a gamer girl. I'm just gonna be a gamer. So I've downloaded I've downloaded Roblox and started playing Grow a Garden with him. I'm obsessed. I'm tending to my little garden. I'm swapping plants and giving plants away. I'm making little Grow a Garden friends. I've made a Grow a Garden friend on here. I love it.
Now, again, this is something that I know very little about. I did used to play Roblox. I will say I was what you might call an OG Robloxian. Yeah, I was quite active. I used to play like obbies. Mini games, but I just never really enjoyed the game. Like, my friend used to beg me to play with her, and I'd be like, not today, bestie, because Toontown was where it's at. All right, all these kids playing Grow a Garden missing out on Toontown, but this looks great. I can't deny that it looks like a fine game. Would be better in Toontown though, but I think that as long as people behave themselves when they're interacting with each other on this game, then this is a nice age appropriate game for children to be playing, and adults can enjoy it as well, which is even better. So I'm here for this behavior. If you play Grow a Garden, I hope you grow the biggest garden. I don't know if that's something that would mean anything to you, but I hope it does, and I hope you do it. Oh my gosh, the barista cup.
That's crazy.
So you guys have to wait in line just like the rest
Everybody
of
else.
us.
That is not fair. That is not right.
We've been here for 2 hours.
You guys are not fair. Including employees, whoever's the manager, you guys better stop this because you know this is wrong. We are going to report this. All of you guys. That's right. This is not right. This is not right. You cannot do this in your employees. We will definitely turn this.
The drama over these Starbucks bear cups is absolutely insane. All over social media, there are viral videos popping up with people being upset that Starbucks employees cut the line to purchase these new glass bear cups.
If it's the exact same video, it ain't gonna make no difference. They're buying everything. That's jacked up.
All the Starbucks employees came and they took everything. And we've been waiting in line outside. That is so crazy to me.
That's
like,
not
just because
right.
you work here, now you're just gonna take all the shit.
So then what was the...
This viral video posted by Coda D Stylist, she talks about how she and her family went to Starbucks at 3 o'clock in the morning to wait for the release of these glass barista cups that Starbucks has been advertising that they will be selling. However, as she was standing outside waiting in line, a manager came up, unlocked the front door, and allowed multiple employees to come inside and purchase their items first. By the time that she got inside, all of the bear cups were sold out. Unfortunately, this appears to be a common theme at multiple different Starbucks locations because apparently each store was only given 1 to 2 bear cups. Because of that, Starbucks customers are saying that this isn't fair. Some commenters say it's a violation of company policy. If you're not scheduled to be on the clock, you're not able to be in the store prior to business hour. Knowing that you were first in line and they didn't even leave 1 bear mug, that is savage. I understand why you're upset. However, you have employees saying, Starbucks worker here, it's a cup and we deserve it too. I don't know why y'all are mad. We get perks since we work there. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Starbucks completely dropped the ball here? Should employees be allowed to cut the line to buy these items? Or are these people waiting in line to buy these cups crazy to begin with?
This was recent. And like, do I understand the hype? Yes. The cup is cute. It's a cute cup. But why were we waiting outside of Starbucks at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to get it? I know, because it would have been resold at some ridiculous price, but do you need it? Do you need it that bad? Because the thing is, by buying it, right, you're like encouraging Starbucks to do this, where it's like, oh, we make lots of money and we get lots of press by making people suffer. Like, there were fights breaking out. The employees would, oh man, I'd run a mile. Like, I'm imagining they don't get paid enough to deal with that. They were saying that like they had to start answering the phone with, we don't have the barista cup in stock, and then people would just hang up the phone because that's what they were calling about. Like, this was scarcity marketing at its finest, and it's insanity. And in the grand scheme of things, what was it? It was nothing. Oh dear, I don't know if my border's gonna last until the end of this video. It does not want to be here. It's like I was supposed to go on holiday yesterday, you know. But yeah, this is ridiculous, and I can imagine that, not that I'm encouraging this, but probably you'll find knockoffs on like Shein and Temu or wherever else you'll buy stuff like that. So I don't know, I think it was all just a bit much for a cup, but I understand because it's cute. Like, given the option, would I buy it? No, actually, because I wouldn't drink out of it, but would I want it? Sure. 6-7.
6-7. Sure, tall.
What comes after 4?
5.
Yeah.
6.
No, 6.
7.
Google has joined in on the 6-7 meme. What does that mean? Okay, so I want you to bring your phone out. It's out. Start screen recording. I think this might have killed the 6-7 meme just because Google got in on it. Okay. Search 6-7 on Google and see what happens. 6-7. Whoa. That was kind of cool, actually.
This did used to say 6-7. Again, I didn't want to see the printer for much longer, so you can see the remnants though. Just looks like dash. But yeah, 6-7. This is a whole thing. Like, it's banned in schools around the world. Kids are not allowed to say 6-7. The UK Prime Minister sort of got like in trouble for telling kids in a primary school to say 6-7. Not supposed to do that. So I double checked, and yeah, down here, schools have also banned the use of the word 6-7. Very disruptive. And it means nothing. Like, it quite literally means nothing. There is no point to 6-7. I know there's a whole backstory behind a rap song, a basketballer, but like, it means nothing. And you know what? This might surprise you, but I'm here for it. I am here for it. I think it's brilliant. It's just like a stupid thing, but it's harmless. I figure if we're gonna have stupid things, we might as well have harmless stupid things. Because I know so many people, and I have seen so many people talking about, oh, kids these days with their Skippity toilet Riz and their Sigma and their 6-7. We're just going downhill as a species, you know, but may I remind you, we ate Tide Pods. We had the choking challenge. We were sniffing cinnamon. We were putting condoms through our nose and out of our mouth. If now we have to deal with Italian brain rot and 6-7, and that's what the kids are getting all hype over, they can do it. Have at it for all I care. And I will continue, like even me and my partner, 2 fully grown adults, 6-7, absolutely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's constant. Chet, I have personal beef with Chet, not because I don't like him, but because I don't think he's particularly funny. Like, I haven't gotten into his content, but my partner has. He went through a real Chet phase. He'd be like, haha, come watch this video by this guy named Shit. This is brilliant. And then he'd make me sit and watch like a minute of like, is there a black person here? No, a black purse. Is there a black purse in here?
Do it, lady. On your birthday.
Do what?
All of it. At once. Yeah. All the time. Uh-huh. Or whenever you want. Oh, yeah.
Hey, who are you talking to?
That's Mackie. Yeah.
Your brother's here?
Yeah. Pulled some strings and got him a job in IT.
Oh, yeah. That's nice of you.
Yeah. But keep it under your hat, huh? Yeah, we don't want people to know we're related. Yeah. Do we, Mac?
I don't know. You guys look pretty similar.
Yeah, except I'm young and hot.
Shit, what was that?
Is there a black person here?
What did you just say?
I said, is there a black person here?
Do you have a question?
Yeah. Is there a black person here?
Shit, why are you asking that?
Jenna said there was one in here. Came to check.
There's a white person here too.
I don't need one of those.
Chip, please stop what you're doing.
What's the big deal? I'm just trying to find the black person here.
Well, you found her. Okay, you got her today. Okay, let me see. Let me set my sparkling down.
Oh, here it is.
Not that it's not funny, like The Office kind of vibes. It's great, but like, my partner bought his merch, and that's really expensive to do in New Zealand, so he's a big fan. So maybe just, you know, when you like overplay a song gets overplayed and you're like, I don't want to hear it anymore. I think Chit's a bit like that for me, but I do respect the hustle. So I'm gonna say I'm here for this behavior, but please, Chit, leave me and my family alone. I beg of you, okay? You're coming in between our relationship. Oh yeah, let's get this out of the way. Life of a showgirl.
This is the greed that they talk about in the Bible. Because what do you mean? This is not even the full list of all the variants and versions of Taylor Swift's new album. According to my research, we are now on 30. Taylor, please, that number 1 is yours. You've got it already. If you're trying to break Adele's record, according to the calculations, you've already surpassed it in days. Undeserving, but hey, that's not why I'm here. Why for that? Everything about this era has just felt so tacky. I already gave my review on the album. It's not even worth all of this. If it was even a good album, I would say, okay, I hear it. But it's not a good album. I want to say her poor fans, but these same fans are the same ones that will go and buy this. Who the hell needs 28 plus versions of an album?
Made waves, broke records. And listen, I was a fan of Taylor Swift growing up. I loved Taylor Swift. I had her debut album. I had Crazier on the Miley Cyrus, the Hannah Montana musical. Sorry, I don't think it was a musical technically, it was just a movie. Hannah Montana was musical. And I had Fearless and Speak Now, and I played them all the time, and I love them still to this day. I'm head over heels, okay? I'm gonna walk down the aisle to Taylor Swift. Yes, I am gonna be that basic. I'm walking down the aisle to Timeless. It just works for my personality, alright? I don't want to hear it. It reminds me of my Omar and Opah's love story. Not that I would want it, because they met during wartime, so like they can have that, but still very sweet. But man, recently, I don't know. I still like her music. I'm not head over heels for it. I like a couple songs off Life of a Showgirl. But to be honest, as far as I'm concerned, this really is just nothing to me. Like, I'm really glad that she is still so passionate about her craft. I encourage her to make music until the day she dies if that's what she wants to do. It's got nothing to do with me, but I wasn't particularly enthralled by it. And do you know what? Actually, no. Sorry, Taylor. I do change my mind because, what was it, like 38 different versions or something like that so that she could dominate the number 1 on the charts? Girl, just place number 2. Doesn't matter that much. Let other people have their moments. So actually, yeah, Taylor, that was not very mindful or demure. I hope you're ashamed of yourself. Wow, I just got real sorry. Didn't mean to have all that attitude all of a sudden. But next, we have Dubai chocolate.
It's believed a viral chocolate trend popular on TikTok is fueling a global shortage of pistachios. Social media users have gone wild for so-called Dubai chocolate, which is made from pastry, pistachio cream, and milk chocolate. The popularity of the sweet treat is putting pressure on supply from the US and Iran, the world's leading pistachio exporters. The price has climbed from $28 a kilo to $38 in just months.
This has made quite the stir. And you know what? We did try it. Was it good? Yeah. My partner really liked it, especially because he's a big fan of like savory. He says he doesn't like sweet stuff, but like he does, but he prefers it more on the savory side. So this filling was it for him. So was it good? Yep. Did we have a good experience? Yeah. Was it like a $9 worth experience? No. It really wasn't. But it's not that I'm not here for it. I just feel like it's just chocolate. Like I feel like it got really overblown. So I'm gonna put this, and I hope you're hungry for nothing genuinely, except like technically that's not nothing, it's chocolate, but like nutritionally it's probably not entirely food, you know what I mean? So, but it's not nothing. Like if you offered it to the dog, it's not like it would be like, no, that's plastic. Like, it would eat it, but like the trend, the whole hype around it. Anyway. Oh, another one, wick jars. I don't know if you heard about this. I feel like this was more like underground compared to some of the other things, but people are buying wick jars to use for like coffees and stuff like that. They're very popular, and I think it's like a European or a Scandinavian country is what I read months ago. And people that lived there and were familiar with these wick jars were saying, well, they're like food preservation jars, so they're not really meant for drinking. Like the seal's not good, it'll leak. People were just buying them because they were convinced to buy them by other people that bought them.
New consumerism trend unlocked. Have you guys seen these WEC jars all over your For You page? People are buying boxes and boxes of them, and they are $40 for a 6-pack. What is up with the cup and water bottle trends? There's this one girl who said that it literally makes her coffee taste better, like be so for real. Germany has been using them for years to store food and pickle stuff, things like that. But now American consumers are obsessed with them. My theory is just people are obsessed with cups for some reason. Like, remember the mason jar epidemic? And I guarantee you all of these people that are going crazy and buying these WEC jars have a cabinet full of mason jars that probably haven't been touched since 2019. I don't understand why people think they need to buy every TikTok trend. You can like something and still not buy it. Revolutionary, I know. Just like these WEC jars. I'm convinced these are an industry plant to see how influenced people can be to buy something, because it's literally just a jar. So if you are seeing these WEC jars all over your For You page, please, before you buy them, think to yourself and remember my words right now. You are not left out or left behind because you're not drinking your coffee and matcha out of these things. Should we start taking bets on when people are going to start accessorizing them and dressing them up? Because we all know it's gonna happen.
So this whole trend was very like, I don't know, again, nothing burger. It was very nothing. And everyone who bought them too, I saw so many people being like, yes, I'll admit, I am so highly influenced that I did buy a WEC jar. It's like they knew it was a bad idea, but they still needed one. So I'm kind of glad that the trend, it seems to have died down now. I hope people are just using WEC jars for like, I don't know, their homemade strawberry jam or something, right? I hope they're getting a good use out of them, but they certainly were not the next Stanley Cup. Wow, look at this filling out. My goodness. I thought, maybe I don't have enough of these, but I think I have too many. So let's start powering through. Next, we've got Beyonce winning the Grammy for Album of the Year, I think it was.
And the Grammy goes to Cowboy Carter. Beyonce.
Wow, I really was not expecting this. Wow. I want to thank God. Oh my God. That I'm able to still do what I love after so many years. Oh my God. I'd like to thank all of the incredible country artists that accepted this album. We worked so hard on it. I think sometimes genre is a cold word to keep us in our place as artists. And I just want to encourage people to do what they're passionate about. And to stay persistent. Wow. I'd like to thank my beautiful family, all of the artists that were collaborators. Thank you. This wouldn't have been this album without you. I'd like to thank God again and my fans, and I still am in shock. So thank you so much for this honor.
Awards are pretty meaningless to me, especially living in New Zealand. Like, we don't really see much. We see, like, the end result. Like, we see a couple of pictures or whatever, but I don't know what happens at the Grammys. But I do believe that this was significant because she was the first black woman to win something related to a country album. Again, I'm so sorry. I did not research for this video. This is literally just my memory of the year. Queen. Also, this is my formal thank you to Beyonce for giving my partner and I some other term to use when we were too uncomfortable using the word fiance. Like, it was so new to us back at the start of this year that we called each other Beyonces. It was kind of like we were like gliding into the realm of fiance. So yeah, my Beyonce and I would like to say a warm thank you to Beyonce for allowing us to do that. Otherwise, I don't know what we'd be calling each other now. But probably nothing nice. Okay, the most divine thing just happened. And by divine, I mean confusing. I guess I was wrapping presents on the floor and I put some tape on the chair leg to like pull it off and put it on the present, but I didn't use it all. And then Happy Gilmore fell onto the tape somehow. And then I tried to pick it up and I ripped. So Happy Gilmore didn't look like this when I first printed it off. This is not what the official poster looks like, but Happy Gilmore 2 did come out this year.
How many? There's only 4 of you? You better go get some help. Okay. And my new partner, DJ Omar Gosh.
On the set of Happy Gilmore 2, we just kind of like bonded really fast. Like, okay. Why would you take my bit from me? I know, because you're the DJ.
Oh my.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
I'm really trying to make sure I get in this documentary. Come here. Okay, so that would describe all of us.
It was very well received online, I will say, but as much as I love an Adam Sandler movie, because I love to see people have fun, especially as a job, I'm like, okay, you made this movie so you could go on holiday, didn't you? Good for you. I didn't love Happy Gilmore 2, possibly because I am a bit of a stickler for nostalgia, so obviously I'm going to prefer Happy Gilmore. But was it bad? No, it had a lot of cool cameos as well. You could tell a lot of thought went into it, and it was well liked. I'd say I'm here for this behavior. And at this point, I'm always here for an Adam Sandler movie. I'm so supportive. My big long line of here for this behavior. Oh, this behavior I am not. I am absolutely not. Oh, we're so sorry to hear your brother died. Let's give him 5 big booms. Boom, boom. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away. He gets 5 big booms. Boom, 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 boom. Boom!
If I told someone my pet goldfish died and they started doing that, I'd be offended. This is insane behavior, especially from a father and a son. Like, this is what you want to teach your kid? I don't like to be too judgmental, but there's just something about this that rubs me the wrong way, and so I do have to put this in Stop It, because stop it. I know they have other viral moments. I don't know much about them other than this, so every time I see them, I'm like, you're the 5 big boom brother guy. Get off my screen, you know? What's this one? Oh, Hub's Life. This guy, he was very popular on TikTok. I don't know if he went viral, but he was known for putting his laptop in his bag really slowly, and he basically just vlogged his work days, and he was this normal, regular, average, or he was your average Joe. And then I guess he told his followers that he'd be like switching jobs, kind of, and he started going to another office, and then eventually it got revealed that his new job was content creation. So he was just taking them on his journey as an influencer, basically, but he was like disguising it as being another office job so that he'd maintain his his followers.
He threw away everything for a little bit of money. Now you may know who that guy is. His name is Hub's Life, where he used to show how a regular 9-to-5 looked, and people fell in love with somebody showing their daily 9-to-5 like a regular person and making it look like a high quality vlog. He would show him going home, heating up a microwave meal, and packing up his bag to head into the office for his regular 9-to-5. And that gained him almost 1 million followers on TikTok by just being real and showing how nice it was to have a regular 9-to-5 job. Well, that is until he decided to get greedy and try and go and do social media full time. When you build your entire brand around how nice it is to have a 9-to-5 job, all of a sudden stopping your 9-to-5 job is not going to keep your fans very happy. It's gotten so bad that right now he is on TikTok live streams begging for money.
Send a Galaxy, bro. I gotta get a Galaxy, guys. If I send me something, man. Time, make it a living. I don't know if I saw a Galaxy come through, man. I can't answer any of these. You gotta send me a Galaxy, bro.
That video has gone viral of him begging for a Galaxy on his live stream, and people have started to call him out for it, and he actually responded to this video. He said it was donated to the flood victims. However, when you go try and click on his comment to see where he said that, it says the comment is not there anymore. People have made entire videos calling Hub's Life a rug pull and saying that everyone was baited into believing in the 9-to-5 job and how nice it looked, and now he's completely switched up on everyone.
And this is one of those situations where it's like, oh, I see the thought process and I understand how, from a marketing standpoint especially, sounds like a great idea, but you have to remember that your followers are like human beings that don't like to be deceived. They have this parasocial relationship with you, and then they're going to feel betrayed when you're not actually relatable to them because you're not working some miserable, stupid office job so that you can survive. You're an influencer now, so I understand. But then he also went on live and just started begging, and he was like, this is my job now, guys. Please send me some. No, Hub's Life. If this is your job and it's not working out to the point that you have to go on live and say, please, will you send the money that you made working your 9-to-5 job to me so that I can not work my 9-to-5 job? Like, he's got to understand how that comes off to his follower base of people that supported, you know what I mean? Listen, I don't want to knock the guy too hard. We all make mistakes. I don't think he did anything deplorable, so I'm not going to put him in stop it, although I would encourage him to like pause and reconsider his decisions. I am going to put him in that's not very mindful or demure. This goes along with the lying thing. Like, I can't support a lie, you know, but to be fair, this is my hot take about public figures, internet personas. You don't owe anyone information online that you don't want to give. Oh, this might be one of my favorite recent moments. It's the video of Joe Jonas trying to parallel park. Says, I love New York because I've been watching Joe Jonas parallel park for the last 7 minutes. And like, man, celebrities are so relatable. Olivia Rodrigo's been there, can't even parallel park. Joe Jonas, do you know what? You can't kick him for trying, can ya? And he did try, he gave a good effort. And this, the reason I'm so happy that this came across my For You page is because it enlightened me to Joe Jonas's recent personality arc. Like, it's quite fun. I think I forgot to print off the Wouldn't Change a Thing reunion with Demi Lovato and Joe Jonas. Belongs here, okay? Just keep that in your mind. Well, not exactly where Beyonce is, just here. Keep that in mind for me, please, because that was such a beautiful moment. Wow, I missed a lot actually, because I was going to print off Poot Lovato as well, and I didn't. This is terrible news. How did I miss this? Poot Lovato also belongs up here. We have witnessed such a glorious transformation. The confidence radiating off Demi Lovato right now is unmatched. Just pretend she's up there, okay? That's where she is. And also, Zara Larsson, the Lush Life resurgence. I am 100% here for that. She would have gone in the top tier, and I just did not print her off, and I'm so upset at myself. I do apologize. But also Joe Jonas next to Happy Gilmore up in the here for this behavior. It's okay to not be able to parallel park as long as you do it in a funny way. Just don't block traffic, alright? I can actually parallel park quite well, I will say proudly. I do drive a small car though, but I cannot, and this is so funny, I can't reverse. If I parallel park, perfect, mwah, magnifique. If I just park on the side of the road, or worse, reverse into a park on the side of the road, girl, for some reason my nose, boop, always. It's like I'm sniffing all the cars coming up. It's ridiculous. And the worst part is I actually genuinely cognitively try. I'm like, oh no, my nose is sticking out. I have to turn a little bit more. And then again, oh, my nose is sticking out. And I'm like, well, I just did that. Anyway, the TikTok ban.
Since we're all gonna die, there's one more secret I feel I have to share with you. I did not care for The Godfather.
What?
Did not care for The Godfather.
Do you know what? This was so... Well, to be fair, I imagine that maybe people weren't thinking clearly. They were about to have something taken away from them by the government. That would kind of unnerve me. But coming from a location where we didn't have that threat upon us, it was kind of funny to watch this because people were like confessing their deepest, darkest secrets. Some of them like ruined their careers. And I was just sitting there like, girl, go to YouTube Shorts. Like, this is not your career over. You can make a living off of TikTok. It's just a social media platform. Like, of course it's I understand, like if YouTube shut down tomorrow, I'd be like, wow guys, this is it. I get it. But like it is a bit melodramatic because there are other places to go. I don't know. And I did also sort of have a feeling that it just wasn't going to happen. Like there was so much pushback, it couldn't happen. But it almost did. It was very much like a power play kind of thing, wasn't it? Or maybe not. I don't know. I mean, like I don't really get US news. I don't know what the general consensus is about the TikTok ban, but I guess it's gonna have to go in the I hope you're hungry for nothing tier because like that's exactly what it ended up being, although the aftermath was something else. Oh great, next we have the AI videos, just the insurgence of AI in general, but especially the animal ones, like the bunnies jumping on the trampoline. They also had like, I don't know, there were deer and stuff like that. I've seen some of them and they're just scary. And they always seem reasonably believable, like not that you'd question it, you know, like there's normally something about it that's like, no, that doesn't seem right. But for example, like people that aren't so media literate, kids, older adults that didn't grow up with technology, even people my age, hell, I've had people show me AI videos and I'm like, baby, I don't want to be the one to tell you this, but like that didn't happen. But I don't know, this just makes me gravely uncomfortable. Like we need some restrictions on this. I don't know. I would like to see it go away. I will say stop it to this one. And it's so frustrating because with the AI stuff, like it's tempting to do. Not for, I wouldn't say me in particular, I just mean in general, when you see other people making stacks of money, because you can make stacks of money just putting a prompt into an AI and having it spit out content at you. Obviously, like your morals help to an extent where you're like, oh, I don't want to do that. But if you can stop seeing the wrong in that behavior and start seeing all the right, then I don't blame anyone for doing it. It's so tempting and you're like, I need that money, right? I get it, but don't do it. Don't do it. There's other ways to do it. There's ways that are going to allow you a lot more longevity, that are going to teach you skills that are imperative for other careers of the future. Like, think of yourself, think of the people around you, think of the sanctity of the internet, and don't please make stupid AI videos like this and say, my doorbell cam captured this. No, it didn't. Oh, this one's kind of nothing much, but I do remember it. It's Sabrina Carpenter and Joe Keery, where she like arrested him at her concert. It was cute. And I remember the video going around. I think it was one of the bigger videos, because this is not the only person she's done this with. So I've seen it in a couple other forms, but this is the one that I came across naturally out in the wild because it got so big.
Who's that? Oh my goodness, wait. Whoa. Do you see? What's your name? Joe? Hi, Joe. Joe, where are you from? Boston? Damn, it rhymes with Austin, though. It's close enough. You know, Joe, it's actually cuffing season. I don't know if you know that. It's like we're getting... I was wondering if you seem very eager, actually. This is so rare. Okay, you're the one. We did it, Joe. I'm gonna sing this next song. This is dedicated to Joe, everybody. It's called Juno.
It was cute. It was cute. There's nothing particularly wrong or particularly right about this, so it's going to go in here for this behavior again. Now what? I didn't expect to have so many here for this behaviors. I've filled up my here for this behavior line. What do I do now? Well, to be fair, I might be able to avoid it because this one, the Gen Z steer, I don't know. I have watched videos about this. I've tried to understand it. It's just not my experience. I don't know, maybe it's a very US focused phenomenon. Maybe I just personally haven't experienced it, but plenty of other people have, but I don't see this happen.
Hi, welcome in. How is everyone tonight? Can I get you started with something to drink? Do you need a minute? I can give you a minute. Take your time.
Hi, can I order an iced matcha latte, please? With milk? Oh, what milk do you guys have? Our milk choices are on the menu up there. Oh, okay. I will get oat milk. We ran out of oat milk. Let's see, I'll get what's good together. Like what's good with good here with matcha latte. Yes, I will go with macadamia nut, macadamia milk with my matcha latte.
Like, I worked customer service with a lot of young people, and yeah, you get like, well, you get a whole range of personalities, of course, that's people. You get young people who are very quiet and maybe look a bit like tough, you know, they put on that tough persona, but they're really, really sweet. Then you get the douchebags, then you get the ones that barely say anything, you get the ones that have like a full conversation with you at the counter. I don't recall any situation in which I've asked someone a question, or that like someone has walked up to the counter and just gone at me. Like, they'd always walk up with a question in mind or with answers to give me. So I don't know, personally I think this is nothing, I don't see it, but I do want to take a moment to share the best work story I have, because I probably have other ones. Actually, I do have other ones, but this has just stuck with me. It's always at the forefront of my mind, and I think it's because I saw myself in this guy. But I'm serving at the kiosk, right, and this guy walks up and he goes, hi. I'm like, hey, welcome here, hey, how you doing? I don't know what I said, sorry. But he goes, can I get a mince and pie cheese, please? Oh, it used to crack me up telling that story, because I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. I thought it was so funny. But what made it worse was I'm trying to serve this guy, right? And he didn't react. He didn't respond after he said that. So I was like, oh, this is like a nervous, well, this is what I perceived, because this is something I would do, is you like plan what you're gonna say, you go up, you say it, and it comes out wrong, and you're there like, oh. So I was like, don't react, don't react. The girl I'm working with, she grabs the pie, she hands it to me, and as she hands it to me, she gets in by my ear and she goes, did he say mince and pie cheese? And I'm there like, oh, bless his heart. He seemed very sweet. So definitely, I don't remember it as like a haha, this guy embarrassed himself kind of thing, but it's just stuck with me because I'm like, oh man, I'm not the only one, you know? And it did make me feel good. I'm so much more confident talking to customer service folk now that I've done it myself too, because like, people do the exact same thing as I do, where you're like, hey, how can I help? And they're like, good, thanks, how are you? So it's fine, and it actually doesn't, it's not something that we remember. We might have a wee giggle about it possibly together. Like I would giggle about it with the customer if they picked up on what they were doing. I might have a wee chuckle as they walked away, but like, it doesn't matter. I don't know if anyone needs to hear that, but it really doesn't matter as long as you're polite and you're helpful, you know, accommodating. Then say whatever you're gonna say, okay? If you're gonna say, good, how are you, to me saying, hi, how can I help you? I'm gonna play along. I actually think that's really polite. Like, thank you for asking me how I'm doing, you know? So now that I've got more blue tack, oh, Robert Irwin winning Dancing with the Stars.
Of Dancing with the Stars are... Robert and
I can't say I wasn't rooting for Robert Irwin. I mean, I didn't watch Dancing with the Stars. That'd be something else. We get the Pack and Save Stickman involved. No, I didn't watch Dancing with the Stars. I don't know who Robert was competing with, but the fact that he won, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm sure most of us know that his dad, Steve Irwin, is remembered as like, honestly, an international treasure. I don't know if that's bigger down here in like Australia and New Zealand sort of area, but I think it's everywhere. And it just makes me really happy to see Bindi and Robert sort of carrying that legacy in a really beautiful way. Like, they just seem like really good-hearted people, and so I do think that Robert was an icon, a legend, and the moment in that instance, and like probably throughout his life in general. Oh, this one is iconic. I do fear that this has become quite iconic. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
I'm a dad, I'm a husband. You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
We're in the sidewalk, Joseph.
I don't give a if you're on the sidewalk. I'm a human being, you're standing around my car.
Now this one's tricky for me. I never really fit into this one because I really have a thing about paparazzi. I'm like, just leave them alone. Just leave these fellas alone. Like, I understand he said something funny and it didn't really make sense. It's entertaining. It's funny. But like, you should hear the things I say when I'm caught off guard, because they don't make sense either. If someone says hi to me walking down the street and I'm in my own little world, I'm gonna say, back, and that's just what you get, you know? Like, so I don't know, like, yes, this is funny, but we shouldn't know about it. It shouldn't have happened. Yes, this is me being a wet blanket. Yes, this is me, like, I know it's Justin Bieber, right? Did it ruin Justin Bieber's life? No. But just putting myself in his shoes, I'm like, it must be so annoying to have to tell people to get the fuck away. Like, you're in my space, you're in front of my car or whatever, go away. So for this, I'm going to say that's not very mindful or demure, not because of what Justin Bieber said, because I think he stood his ground for a decent reason, but because of the fact that it happened. Like, it's not very mindful or demure that he was being bothered. Like, the fact that he had to stand on business was just unacceptable in that moment. So, really disappointing. Next, Man's Best Friend. The album, I guess, but also the cover. The cover made waves. It made people really upset, like she's degrading herself, she's putting feminism back, Sabrina Carpenter is.
Everyone
Everyone is freaking out and the internet is collectively losing its mind over the fact that Sabrina Carpenter announced her new album, which is called Man's Best Friend, and this is the cover of the album, and obviously it's very controversial. And with that photo, which is allegedly the cover of the album, she posted this photo of a dog with a collar that says Man's Best Friend, and this is just causing people to be so upset because they think it's very anti-feminist. Others are arguing that this is kind of always the jokey tone that she has had throughout her success in her career. Sabrina is also on the cover of this month's Rolling Stone, which I'm going to show you in a separate post, and I'm going to have to be very careful about what I show you because it's controversial as well. But she mentions in the Rolling Stone article that on the Short and Sweet tour, the thing that was the most popular the next day on the internet would always be her Juno positions, where she was always singing ballads and doing different types of stuff at her show. But she said, if you guys love that because you make it popular, that's on you. She also mentioned that her more suggestive songs are the ones that are the most popular. Like she said, you know, Espresso and all these other songs, you guys love them and made them popular, so you seem to like it, but then you turn around and criticize me for it. So I think that's an interesting point. I'd love to hear all your thoughts on this controversy, and I'm going to show you the Rolling Stone photos in my next post.
Now, I've got to be honest with you. I get it. Like, I get it from the perspective of, say, not that she's trying to be a role model to children or anything like that, but I understand that they will probably consume her music to some extent. They will become familiar with this artwork and it might be normalized for them. They might think it's okay. But on the other hand, not everything is for children. And also, I really don't think this set feminism back, especially with Sabrina Carpenter's image. Like, if you look at the context of this cover coming into existence, I know that people were getting really frustrated at it being called satire because they were like, there's no obvious, you know, thing that ties it to satire. But now that we've heard the songs, I'd argue that there kind of is, like, it all comes together as a concept. And with that said, like, is the discussion around feminism and appropriate treatment of other people, is that an issue? No. Is that something that shouldn't be spoken about? No. But in my mind, and I know opinions will differ on this, so don't be shy to let me know what you think. Just from my perspective, I think that this was quite the nothing burger. In fact, I think that this was marketing done really, really well because people were talking about her and her album so much and so loudly. But yeah, this is one of those things where it's like, listen, do it if you want. Don't do it if you don't want. Enjoy your life. Oh wow, I forgot lots. I also forgot Mystical Magical by Benson Boone. You know, Moonbeam Ice Cream. I don't know if it really belonged on here anyway, but I just thought it would be fun because my partner's littlest sister really likes Benson Boone's pop music right now. And by pop, I mean popular, sorry, like radio songs. And she and the entire family refer to him as Moonbeam Ice Cream. So it was going to be like a little inside joke, but he's not here. So everyone, if you're scared of Benson Boone, come out from hiding. He's not going to hurt you. He can't. He's not here. Also, I forgot about the flip the camera. Sorry, I'm really not good at this. Normally I prepare for a lot longer for a video, but the flip the camera trend I forgot about. Here, stop it. Bullying people is not okay. Thanks for listening. I do school assemblies. I barely heard about this. This was like Ashton Hall's morning routine. I saw this on every single list I looked at. I admittedly did not look at that many lists, but he did appear on them a lot. And like, the idea is that it's kind of insane. Like, he gets up at the ass crack of, not even dawn, he gets up at midnight. He's like a bat. He's nocturnal. He gets up at like 4 a.m. and then he proceeds to do a whole bunch of stuff that takes way too much willpower and self-control and free time for the average person. Like, it's just not going to happen, right? Like, I don't know. I'll play you a video.
If you belong to Christ, you cannot lose.
Thank you. As long as they mention my name.
And like, is that crazy for me? Yeah, I used to get up at 4 a.m. I did, back when I did online school and I made YouTube videos, I got up at 4 a.m. I really enjoyed the quiet, but I didn't get up and do that. I simply could not have gotten up and done that. Like, that just seems exhausting. But is it a crime that he does that? No. And is he saying that everybody should do that? Also no. So with that in mind, I think this has to go in the nothing burger section, because like, brother, if you want to do that, then live your life, okay? I'm not going to stop you. I will watch. I'll be enthralled, you know? Oh, really? You do that at 5 a.m.? Okay. I might even be inspired. I might get a little bit of inspo. Oh, maybe I should start washing my face at 4:30 in the morning as well. But like, I'm not going to do it, and I might not stick around to watch the rest of the videos. You know what I mean? Oh, this one's interesting. I just heard about this. Divine. They're hoping to bring back Vine. And I don't know how I feel about this. Like, am I excited? Deep down, yes. Especially because just the other day I asked my partner's nieces and nephews, I was like, have you guys heard of that Vine? Do you remember that Vine? And they were like, Vine? And I was like, Vine! Vine, guys, please! Ask them about the Harlem Shake. Nothing behind their eyes. Like, I was like, oh no, I'm old. So am I excited? Yeah. And like, there are going to be Vines that come out of the archive to be on this platform. That's fantastic. I miss that. Where I got my start editing Sidemen edits. I don't know if anyone remembers me from my editing compilation editing days, but if you do, forget. Thank you. But I don't know, how could this ever be the same? I feel like it really had its moment, so to relaunch it, I don't know. It's got a chance. Listen, I'm gonna have to start going on to Wall, I do apologize, but I am here for this behavior. I just hope that it doesn't suck. It would be like, you know, watching a movie reboot of a movie that you loved from when you were a kid, except it's terrible. And it's nothing like the original. I'm sure we're all thinking of at least a movie right now, but I just hope that doesn't happen with Divine. Fingers crossed for Divine, everyone. Okay, we're getting to the end of things now. I really did not realize how many of the, okay, I spent a lot of time, not planning, obviously, but like contemplating my pop culture memories. And I like to think I'm not particularly, I know you wouldn't believe this from my channel, but I don't think I'm particularly chronically online. And do you know what? This was actually hard to compile because the internet is so, everyone is so separated now. Like back in say 2012, there were such homogenous experiences that you just know everyone was in on. Like it played on the news even that the world was going to end and Gangnam Style was going to be like the last song we ever heard because it played on the news, and I was like, no, not Gangnam Style, play something else. Yeah. But now I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is one of the more homogenous experiences this year, and it's K-pop Demon Hunters.
I'm a leader. I'm a leader. Alright, I'm a leader.
Just do it. Just do it.
I have seen so many people enjoy K-pop Demon Hunters. It's broken records, and you know, from the young to the old, they're into it. I've heard Golden played in my house on bass boosted speakers just too many times, too many. But as for this, I think it's phenomenal. Like, I watched the movie, I wasn't like head over heels for it, but I think it's really beautiful that something like this brought so many people together. I think it's really nice that we can still have those experiences, and so I do think realistically she was an icon, a legend, and the moment. And she's been the moment like the entire year, so good for her. This, on the other hand, she was the moment, but probably not in the way she would have hoped to be.
Got it? 1, 2, 3, taking up space! Tamir's in space! It's okay, leave Flynn up there. Flynn, bye.
Flynn, I gotcha. I gotcha, Flynn.
Gotcha.
Proud of you, Flynn.
Flynn, can
Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing. Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goddess.
Wow.
Oh my That's our pink moon.
Okay. Now it's time to look out that way.
Oh my gosh. So much. Oh my gosh.
Whoa. That's amazing.
Ironically, this was not a very down-to-earth thing to do, or actually I guess that's unironic because she was on a spacecraft going to space. I guess they thought because it was like the first all-female flight in a while or ever or something. No, not ever, I don't think. I don't know, they were doing something and they thought it was cool, but it did feel out of touch, and I know Katie has reflected on that. I hope she cherishes her memories of being on this rocket ship forever and ever, amen, but she's right in saying that it didn't need to be such a big spectacle. Like, it's cute, you know, she held up a daisy for her child, Daisy. Like, I don't think she had like terrible, awful intentions, but I do think with a little bit of thought you'd realise that perhaps not the greatest idea. I think stop it. I think we'll leave space for the astronauts. I'd guess we didn't learn from the billionaire submarine that sank when they were trying to reach the Titanic. But these are takes that I haven't thought through very much, so please do chime in the comments. I'd be interested to hear. But for now, I must warn you that Mama, a girl behind you.
Mommy, a girl behind you.
Now again, this is kind of similar to hyperpigmentation, where this kind of resurfaced or it's just been around. And I must say, I love it. Mama, a girl behind you. Like, I could say it all day. I could say it all day, every day. I almost feel bad that I put hyperpigmentation where I did now, because Mama, a girl behind you is going, and she's an icon, she's a legend, she is the moment. But like, I do have similar feelings between this and hyperpigmentation. Sorry, me talking to, like, you just hear my disembodied voice off the camera. Let me stand on this side. I just think this is so iconic. Like, look at her fit she's giving. Look at the camera work of this, I guess, toddler, because they're very short. Look at this poser behind her. I mean, it's just, it all came together so perfectly. So I am putting her up there, but like, in spirit, I'm not going to move hyperpigmentation because I can't be bothered, but like, in spirit, it's up there with Mama, a girl behind you. This, on the other hand, no.
I am the owner of the famous 24 karat gold Labubu. Now, as if you are new here, we had him made out of 200 grams of 24 karat gold. He previously looked like this, and we had him turned into a little Labubu with a Labubu shape thingy. Because they are so viral, obviously the price of them is going to skyrocket. Now, each one of these bars costs £20,000, so that was the cost of him.
I thought no one had any money. I thought we were in a cost of living crisis and no one could afford their groceries. Where are you all getting the money for these fucking Labubus? Wasting money. No wonder you're never gonna have a fucking house.
Labubus, I just can't be bothered. Like, I don't think it's like a crime against humanity that Labubus are a big trend. I've heard them compared to like Beanie Babies of the 90s, and I don't see too much of a difference. It's just a fad about a collectible toy, but like, unfortunately, I don't care. Unfortunately, I really do not care. And that is truly all I have to say about Labubus. I'm gonna put them in I Hope You're Hungry for Nothing, and goodbye Labubus. This is the first and last time I'm gonna talk about. When I was writing down my ideas, Labubu auto-corrected to Panini. So that shows how out of the loop I've been. I've never once typed Labubu. My phone was like, I think you're talking about the toasted sandwich. Let me help you out there. You sound a bit silly. See, this one's tricky. Team Water. I don't have much of a memory of this, but they have accomplished a lot.
Did you know that 1 in 10 people have to drink water that looks like this? And that's why me and Mark Rober started Team Water. We're hoping to bring fresh water to millions of people who have no other option. And that's why we partnered with TikTok to add that donate button down below, and every dollar you donate will give 1 year of clean water to someone in need. We're trying to raise $40 million in the month of August to give 2 million people clean water for decades each. So click that donate button or use the link in my bio to get rid of water like this and get clean water to 2 million people around the world for decades each.
And you know what? I must admit, I'm not a big fan of Mr. Beast. I think his production value is phenomenal. I do, like, credit where credit's due. He makes good content. He knows how the algorithm works. He knows how to write a storyline. He'd produce an awesome TV show. Do you know what I mean? I guess he has produced a TV show. But even though this isn't too dissimilar from game shows of the past, there's something about gamifying charity, I guess, that it makes me uncomfortable at like a visceral level, especially when I see people competing, doing things they'd probably never do otherwise for the chance of this life-changing money, when I see them breaking down in tears because they're not going to get the money. I know that not everyone can have it, but I just, like, it makes me so sad. I'm like, at least give them a consolation prize. And I know that's not the point. I know we're like the generation of like, oh, at least you tried, here's a sticker. But it does feel sad. I don't know if you agree with that, but it does feel sad to me. But with this Team Water thing, like, you really can't deny that at least Mr. Beast does do a level of good. So I'm going to say I'm here for this behavior because I think it's a perfectly good thing to be doing. I don't think she was ever the icon, the legend, and the moment this year, but keep it up. And finally, we have Lily Allen's return.
How are you feeling about the reception that this album has gotten?
It's strange. I mean, firstly, I'm like overwhelmed and massively grateful. My first album, my success really was born from a website called MySpace.
Yes.
And it felt like a moment in time that you couldn't recreate. And I certainly haven't felt anything like what that felt like until now.
Yeah.
It sort of feels quite similar in a way, I guess,
Yeah.
because it's happening virally. I haven't heard the songs in a shop. I haven't seen somebody sing back the lyrics to me yet. And that's been weird. Great, but weird.
Yeah.
It's highly entertaining. It's very overstimulating.
How was it entertaining?
Well, because I just lie in my hotel room, like watching TikToks of people reacting to my music. It's like great.
What do you think about what they're saying?
I mean, it's amazing. I write music for myself and to make myself feel more normal. And when something connects with people, it's affirming, right? It's validating. So.
Yeah.
And the things that I was experiencing in my life at the time, I wasn't really getting that validation for whatever reason. So to now have people listen to this record and to go, yeah, that's really messed up, that's really painful, that I can't imagine what it would be like to go through something like that, is like, okay, now I know why I had to drag myself into a treatment center.
A lot of people are also saying that I've been through this too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's a unique experience.
No.
Unfortunately.
Oh, Lily Allen, how I missed you saying fuck you to me in that sweet little sing-song voice of yours. She absolutely made my childhood with songs that I probably should not have been listening to, and to be honest, I'm so glad she's back and she's brought the same energy and she sounds fantastic. She did make waves and she made waves in a really good way. I had the exact perfect amount of blue tack rolled out for myself. What a Christmas miracle. But anyway, I think that Lily Allen, to be honest, ignore the fact that I just completely mispronounced her name. I just spat it out like a fly that flew into my mouth or something, but she is an icon, a legend, and once again, she is the moment. So let me take a step aside, slowly. Sorry, I told you my setup's funky. This is our tier list. And there's two over there, like off to the side. Just so you, just remember that, okay? Take it in. It's too much for me to look at right now, like my brain is overwhelmed, but I am quite happy with my choices. I'd love to hear what you think. Like this, Italian Brain Rot, I'm sure some people would put that down in the stop it category. And like, to be fair, this is AI, right? So perhaps this belongs with the rest of the AI stuff. Like, let me know. Maybe you're a big fan of Chit. Or shit. But more importantly, also, let me know how your holidays are going. I hope you're having a phenomenal time, and even if you don't have, you know, the best circumstances to really, really soak in these holidays, I just hope that you're taking care. I hope you're doing well in life and feeling okay within yourself. And if things aren't feeling great, then hang in there, because don't worry, they always change. And then when they're doing good, they change again and they get bad again. And that's just life. So we just hold on, okay? I'm so motivational. I know, you're welcome. But yeah, I'm wearing the ugly Christmas sweater that my fiance got for me. Oh, you really can't see it. He got this for me last year. It has Ginny on it. You can see her on one of the vlogs, the very first vlogs I made on my channel. And then the stinky cat Shaylin that I accidentally adopted. As the cat distribution system goes, we are about to accidentally adopt... You can see them. We're about to accidentally adopt another cat that got found in a friend's hedge. It tugged on my heartstrings and I was like, oh, what if I can't find a home? And I'll take it. And I was like, oh, I have no money. What am I doing? But we'll make it work. It's going to have a good home. It's going to get vaccinated and it's going to get spayed. And yep, we're going to make it work. Happy holidays. So I'm sure I'll introduce you to our wee kitten when we get the chance. It's a black kitten. I'm not sure what we're going to name it. Because I didn't expect to get a cat. Like when I saw Ginny at the SPCA, I was like, Ginny. Like it was just, she was mine and I knew her name. This cat, no idea. Maybe like Over the Hedge. What are the character names in Over the Hedge? Sorry, I am just yapping to you like we're on a FaceTime call or something, which is bizarre because I don't do FaceTime calls. Oh, did you know Dictionary's word of the year was 6-7? Does that count? Like, because it's not number-tionary. It's dictionary, like for words. So I don't know. What were their names? RJ, Hammy? That's a great name for a cat. See, I love cats because you can just call them anything. So Hammy, like you can call her like, her name's Harriet, but Hammy for short. Do you know what I mean? We've got Stella, Dwayne, Heather, Vern, Vincent. I don't know, some of them are too generic. I'm sure something will feel right. I will keep you in the loop. But anyway, I hope you're having a fantastic, I almost said life, but that sounds like I'm never gonna see you again. I hope you're doing well. I really do appreciate you coming here to just like hang out with me. It felt quite odd. I don't know how comfortable I am with the fact that this whole video is just me yapping. Like, it feels kind of pointless, but hopefully it was just fun. Hopefully it was just a bit of fun. And yeah, I know I already kind of said this, but take care of yourself, take care of others, be kind. And I hope that you survive the stress and the anguish of this holiday period, because I always dread it coming up, but make it good, okay? Make it good. You can do this. And for some reason, it's really awkward and really hard to say goodbye, so I just ramble, but I am gonna say goodbye now. I am gonna say goodbye. Do you want to come say goodbye? Aw, you're naked?
Goodbye.
It's about to be a whole different video. Well, now he said it for me, so I guess I'll just go. Okay. See ya. Bye.